Hello, Rotarians, and welcome.
Good morning.
This is great. Thank you so much for being here today. We have a very special guest to speak with us. As you know, he is our district governor. But before I get to that, I would like to again welcome everyone. I would like to welcome our Red Hook Rotary Citizen of the Year, walking there with his delicious cup of coffee. Doug, thank you for being here. I'm also very honored that Mickey Struwinski, our county legislator, District 20, is here at our meeting. Thank you. And to all the friends and spouses of Rotarians that have come to this meeting, thank you very much. You've been to meetings before. I hope you come back to meetings again. And it's always, always wonderful to have you. So, on that note, Cindy, would you like to come up, please? This is our Assistant District Governor. Cindy, I am your president. She will introduce Nick. He will speak. There's time for questions, and let's just have fun and learn about Rotary and really how wonderful it is for not only our community, but for the entire world.
Now, Nick, I know at this point, is making fun of me because he sent this little bio out, and you would think that I could memorize this, but I am not a morning person. So maybe at 4 in the afternoon I could say this brief little blurb, but not too early in the morning. And it is my pleasure to introduce your district governor, Nick. He was born and raised in Middletown, where he lived until the beginning of June, and he's now a resident of Northern Orange County in the town of Crawford. He has a small insurance practice and is the owner of the newly formed Senior Concierge Service of Hudson Valley. Both are based in Goshen. He is also a wedding officiant, and I know that Jonah can marry people, so he has competition now this morning in the club.
Nick and I will do joint weddings of any Rotarian.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Nick is been a member of the Rotary Club since 2003. He's a member of the Wallkill East Club. He served as treasurer, secretary, and president of that club. He also served as Region 5's assistant governor for 2 years and district secretary for 3. It is my pleasure to present to you your district governor, Nick Constantino.
I asked Cindy to drag it out a little bit because I hadn't written my speech yet for the coffee, so I was sitting right down what I was going to say on the napkin. First, I have to say, Jonah, Cindy, and I all walked in at the same time, and I realized that not only had I never been to the Red Hook Club before, but I don't actually know if I've ever been to Red Hook before. This is, and I really feel bad about that. This looks like a nice little community, and I want to come back. But I will tell you, one of the reasons why I've never been to your meetings is right now, and I'm going to drive him crazy because I move around. Sorry, Fred. I just realized that. I got to try to stand still. Cindy, if I start moving too fast, you know, all right. My club is meeting right now, and I happen to enjoy going to my club's meetings. So I was a little, as I was driving up here and leaving my house at 5:50 this morning to head up, I realized that I'm going to miss my club's meeting today. I was kind of upset about that, but I'm glad I came. This is a great group of people. Sorry, I gotta stand still. Sorry. Most of my talk is going to be, darn it, I gotta stand still. Jonah is the voice of Radio Rotary, as you all know, and he is very proud of this club, and he is constantly talking about this club. So even though I've never been here, I feel like I know everything you're doing. Plus, you have a great Facebook presence, you have great PR, so keep doing that. Cindy is, you may have remembered you had the same assistant governor for the last 3 years, and unbeknownst to him, I was replacing him because he's the district governor-elect this year. He was actually kind of surprised, but I had to find somebody to fill the shoes of this person who was doing it for 3 years. And I will tell you right now, there was only one person I thought about, and that was Cindy. And she didn't realize that other clubs met at breakfast, otherwise she probably would have declined because she's not a morning person. but Cindy, I thank you for stepping up and doing this job. You're doing a great job. So. I'm actually pleased to be able to be here today to induct your newest member, Doug, the Citizen of the Year. I heard he's going to be inducted into Rotary today. Is that true? Sorry, Doug. No pressure. When we had the board meeting, we talked, and this is kind of a central theme about membership and younger members and younger thinking members and trying to bring all this together. Well, back in October, Louis Turpin and I and a couple other folks went to what's called a zone training up in Toronto. And one of the breakout sessions, and by the way, I have the attention span of a gnat, so for me to sit through an hour and a half workshop is quite a bit. I'm usually the guy wandering around talking to different people. Sorry, so you wander around. But I sat in on this group, this presentation called Our Road to Rotary. And it was 3 30-year-olds who were talking about what it's like to be 30 years old in Rotary. In an organization that, number one, Rotary is still the best kept secret in the world. People don't know us, people don't know the good we do. And number two, we tend to be older, you know, bald heads, gray hair, you know, that type of thing. So it's very difficult for somebody who's 30 to come in and try to get it to belong. And they talked about this. And I'm sitting there going, I want them to come down to our district. So on August 15th, they are coming down to Kingston. Actually, they're going to be down for the weekend. And they're going to do a presentation. It's an expanded version of Our Road to Rotary. It's from 9 in the morning till 3 o'clock. Cindy has a flyer that's going to give you the information. It is free to anybody who's interested in any Rotarian, anybody who's interested in Rotary, any potential members. So Doug, if you want to come and see about Our Road to Rotary, you may just walk out if I keep picking on him. I don't know.
Pick on Mickey too.
Okay. Well, I can induct them both. I don't know. You know, that's easy. We'll induct them both into Rotary today. So, you know, come on down. If you can't if you can't stay for the entire day, I get that. You know, come in the morning, come in the afternoon, come midday. If you want to just show up for lunch, that's okay too. But they're going to talk about it, and they're 30 years old, and they were talking about how they met in Ryla in 2006. Now, I've never confessed to being the smartest guy in the room, but I'm sitting there counting on my fingers going, they're 30 years old, Ryla in 2006, and this was last year, so that was 8 years ago. And I'm going, that's not right. That's not right, because Ryla is sophomore to junior year of high school. So finally I said, all right, I got to ask, because I'm going to spend the whole time focusing on this math problem. And in Toronto, and in other areas of the world, there's Ryla programs for 19 to 26-year-olds. It is a true feeder system for Rotary. So on Friday night, they're coming down Friday. Friday night, we're going to have a meeting also at Best Western to talk about starting a Ryla program in our district, the second Ryla program for 19 to 26-year-olds. So if you're available Friday night at the Best Western, you know, to come down to Kingston at the Best Western, or over, I guess it is, we'd love to have you there, because we're doing an exploratory committee about bringing this group in to our district. Now the cool thing about this is we already have a fantastic Ryla program, so it's just an expansion. Randy Katz, one of the 2 co-chairs of our current Ryla program, has agreed to be on this committee, this exploratory committee. And the reality of it is, it's not going to happen in this year. It'll probably start next year. But Louis Turpin, who is my successor, and Jim Damiani, who is his, are both on board. So this is going to happen. So if you're available, you're interested, come on down. Dinner's on the district. Saturday, if you can come back over for this, it's going to be great. So that is one of the. By the way, I'm trying to talk faster and skip because Susan said we're out of here at 8:30, whether you're done talking or not. So and apparently we have some other things. Apparently you have other things to do besides listen to me. So and I will stick around because I have nothing else to do this morning. But, she said I have a small business that's getting smaller every day as the year progresses. Oh wait, I shouldn't have said that in front of Doug, should I? But, you know, one of the things that happens every year is the Rotary International president comes out with a theme for the year. And we've had some interesting ones over the years. You've been around in Rotary for a couple years. But you've been around 2 or 3 years in Rotary, I think. Do I remember that correctly for the board meeting? So you know, you've heard them all, or at least it's been 40 years, right? You've been in Rotary.
43.
43. Okay, thank God. Very good. Last year's was Light Up Rotary. And I thought that was absolutely perfect for, especially for Penny. If you remember Penny Byron as our governor last year, she lit up her room when she walked in. I lit up her room now because she's got a thing on my bald head and it's flashing all over the place. But Penny was truly a light for Rotary. She was a refreshing thing from people who've had in the past. My favorite one up until this year was a couple years ago, Bill Bassett, Peace Through Service. It was a very simple theme, but it meant everything. It was 3 simple words that meant a lot. Just giving people peace. Very often inner peace. You know, we weren't out to settle the conflicts in the Middle East. None of us are that good. But we can provide peace for somebody, an individual. Then we've had some bad ones. Phil Shunk a couple years ago had one. I still don't remember what it was. Help me out here, Jonah. But it was like bridging continents, building communities, or tearing down something and doing this. You know, I don't know what it was, but it was ridiculous. Nobody could ever remember it. Louis Turpin texted me the other day. He says this would have been the perfect theme for you. A few years back, it was sowing the seeds of love. And I joked around and said, you know, being recently single, maybe that would have been a better theme for me. But then Cindy slapped me when I said that the last time, so she'd been in the back of the head and said I can't do that. So this year, I'm sitting out in San Diego. By the way, this is the final phase of the governor's training. Almost made me not want to take the job because I had to leave the Northeast, New York State, in January to go to San Diego for a week. I almost declined the job because of that. I couldn't, you know, leaving this frozen tundra, especially this past year, and going to beautiful San Diego. I actually had a problem with the TSA coming back. I wouldn't get off the plane. I told them to take me back to San Diego, and they dragged me off. But so I'm sitting there Sunday evening for the opening dinner when the theme is going to be announced, and I'm like a little kid. I'm going, oh, please let this be a good one. I don't want to walk around for an entire year going, you know, sowing the seeds of building communities or something like that. And when it was announced, I'm going, my God, this is perfect. And this is the best theme, and maybe I'm prejudiced because I'm up here doing this now, but this is the best theme we've ever had. And it's be a gift to the world. And you know what? We're all here sharing the gifts that we have. Some people write checks. Some people can't write checks, but they can help with a project. Some people can just be here and make us smile on a Tuesday morning. Those are your gifts. And that's what we're going to do this year. We're going to share our gifts with the world, and we're going to continue doing good. So Susan, this is for you and the Rhinebeck Club. Can you back that up just a little bit? It's morning. Cindy's not the only one.
Thank you very much. I'm very, very proud on behalf of the club to have this. And yeah, we're all gifts, and we will continue to be the great gifts that we are. And keep on gifting.
And I had to say, I did say this at the board meeting, but for those of you that weren't here to experience it, and I'm sure you've experienced it before, when we came walking in, Susan came like bouncing over to us, and I'm going, oh my God, it's too early. I had just driven an hour and 10 minutes, but it was still too early to, you know. I was like, just stop just for a second. But now I'm awake, and then, well, no, I guess I'm not awake, and I called you right back. But Cindy should have given everybody a theme pen. Susan, whoever's not here, however many members are missing, we'll leave pins for them.
Great,
and
thank you.
The last thing that I really have for my presentation is a district conference. At the end of every year, there's a celebration of everything that has gone on in the year, and I'm hoping we're going to have a lot to celebrate. And you may notice a theme here, but it's going to be back over at the Best Western in Kingston. I wanted to find a place in our district to have the conference, someplace that's close. The folks over at the Best Western, by the way, if you're not familiar with, if you're thinking, all right, where's the Best Western in Kingston? It actually was the Holiday Inn before. It has, this is, I think, the third franchise name that they've had. However, it's the same owners. The same people have had it for 40 years. The person that we're dealing with has been there for the full 40 years. The other person we're dealing with has been there for 28 years. So it's not like the typical hospitality industry where they're moving. So they get it. It's going to be very affordable. It's going to be, our district conference in the past have been Friday afternoon, Saturday, and then Sunday morning, but Saturday's got a big chunk of free time. I didn't think that was feasible to continue doing that. So we're eliminating Friday afternoon because that's when we do all the important stuff. We've done all the important stuff in the past, like voting. Nobody shows up. Don't tell anybody, but that's how I got to be governor. Nobody showed up to vote against me. So, and I told Lewis, that's how he got to be governor. You know, nobody showed up to vote against him either. But we're going to eliminate the Friday afternoon part of it. And we're going to do that stuff Saturday morning. The Saturday afternoon, you know, if you're only going away for a weekend of business, Rotary business, you don't really need 6 hours in the middle of the conference for free time. So we're going to move what normally happens Saturday morning to Saturday afternoon. And then we're going to wind up Sunday morning. So please come. It's an affordable, it's actually the same price as Bill Bassett's a couple of years ago. And so we're keeping the price in line. And it's right in the center of the district. It's 20 minutes away from you folks. So if there's any questions, Susan's already starting to get nervous that I might be running over my 10 minutes.
And also Bud wants to come up and remember.
Okay. So anybody have any questions? Everything you want to know about the district we're afraid to ask? No? Okay, well thank you very much.
I take that for my introduction.
Yes, that's your
Okay.
After 43 years, I'm guessing you don't need to be introduced.
No, most of these guys know me. To their regret, right? I'm the Paul Harris IR Foundation chairman for the club. I'm the one that nags everybody about donating money. I have a nice presentation tonight for a new Paul Harris fellow in our club, one that I have not needed to nag because she very willingly has contributed generously to our fund. Linda, if you'd like to step forward, the district governor can present you with a certificate, and then I'll let him pin the pin on.
Oh, sure. That's Cindy's job, huh? Linda, I'd like to, it's absolutely an honor to present this to you. And for those of you who are visiting or are new, being a Paul Harris fellow, Paul Harris, by the way, anybody know who Paul Harris is? Was? By the way, the fact that the rumor that he and Jonah were classmates is not true. I didn't want to clarify that.
He was a year behind me.
Oh. But Paul, if you're a Paul Harris fellow, it means you've shown a commitment to our Rotary Foundation and the good that we do in the world. So, Linda, it is with great pleasure that I present you with your Paul Harris. And I guess Bud's 43 years worth of experience has taught him that if it's a woman who's not wearing a jacket, you hand a pin off to somebody else to pin.
Well, I heard that when they had the international conference up in Toronto, Dolly Parton's got a Paul Harris, and it caused quite a stir.
Okay, I'm going to Red Hook now. I mean Rhinebeck. No pressure here.
Oh boy, you're nervous.
Me? Nervous? No. Congratulations.
Well, thank you so much, Nick.
My pleasure.
Really, this was great. And if anybody does have any questions, I know that I keep time, like really good. Nick will be here to answer any questions. So, at this point in our meeting, we now go into our